excited about today's episode because we recently have got a plethora of gift packages sent to the Sports Card Doctor. There's an address down below. We've opened up recently ones from Candlestick Mick, Ranger Donald, who has been so generous over the years to the channel. We also got the Grinning Picker and Scott. Scott, if you have a nickname I forgot, let me know. So, the Grinning Picker and Scott sent us these. I can't remember which one sent one, but we've got a 1987 collector's edition, of course, legendary. Legendarily bad, but also legendarily good Sportflics. Okay. The Magic Motion baseball card, originally priced for 59 cents at Walgreens. And we have a 1987 collector's edition. Okay. And then we also have, because the other package came, and we have this pack of 1988 Sportflics Magic Motion baseball cards, which 3 superstar cards, which means you get 9 Magic Motion player photos. You see what they did there? 9 for the price of 19, because these are probably priced a little heavier than the other packages, though. 59 cents is affordable. Okay. So I thought, wow, this is rare that we actually have 2 packs of competing years of the same card here. Let's let them fight. Wow, I made that look. That's not relaxing. I did it again 3 times. I did it 3 times. Okay. So we're gonna do that. But here's the little wrinkle. Normally we take like 5 to 6 cards from packs, right? We're not gonna do that. We're gonna pit all 3 against all 3 of the other pack. To do that, we had to go back to the well on this this price guide. We just recently used this one. There's also a classic episode with it. Go check it out if you'd like. Greg Jeffries, Jose Canseco. This is from October 1990, and it is, oddly enough, one of the only packets I have that has 1987 and 1988 Sportflics listed in it. So we got to use this one again. Let's get to it. Let's start flipping. Get that Griffey kid. He's on the rise. Some good letters to the editor. We have recently done this hot and cold. I'm going to skip it today, and that sometimes makes some of you mad, but the other thing that's going on here is the Sports Card Doctor has a scrunched up shooting schedule this week, so I'm kind of getting through things a little faster than normal, okay? So forgive me, we're skipping the weather report. I don't want to rush, but things are a little short window. You don't need to know. Don't worry about it, okay? One of these days, the Sports Card Doctor is going to be the biggest ASMR channel in the sports card ASMR world. And then maybe I could get rid of some of the other channels I do and just concentrate on this, right? We can dream. And you can make that dream happen again by subscribing to the channel and getting the word out. Sportflics showed up in 1986. And they were all the rage. Oh, let's do our calendar check here. Were you in Burbank, California? That's right, Burbank, California, at the Holiday Inn up on Angelino off the 5 freeway near Olive. You can take the Verdugo exit if you want. There's a great BJ's Brewery there. Another steakhouse. Go to Wood Ranch. really excited. I can't remember the last time I've opened a pack of Sportflics. We have some here in our collection, but I don't recall opening up the packs. So let's take a look. We got 1987, a great year in baseball. This is the year I finally sat down and watched baseball as a youngster. Kind of my baseball awakening year. My friends and I love Sportflics. We thought the future was here. It was not. Let's see what's in this pack of 1987 Sportflic cards, Magic Motion baseball cards. Got the 1987 team player card and trivia card set. You can order that. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we got. Alright, we've also got, these don't really translate. It's funny on camera, they just kind of, they're there. They're all there at once. Everywhere, at once right there. Alright, we got the Mets. Got the Texas Rangers there. Okay. First card here. And again, all of these cards are going to be in the price guide battle today. We've got, that looks like John Franco. It is John Franco, 1987 Sportflic of John Franco coming off a 28 save season. Great stuff there. Alright, then we got Tony Fernandez. Again, it's not translating to camera. That's hilarious. Tony Fernandez coming off a big 1986 season, 310 batting average, 10 home runs. He had 213 hits, one of the top players in the game during this era. And then we've got, it is, oh, this is spectacular. Kirby Puckett, a 1987 Sportflic of Kirby Puckett. That makes me very happy. The late great Kirby Puckett, one of my favorite players from this era. Wow. All right, 1987 Sportflics is off to a, shall we say, an early favorite in the clubhouse. All right, let's go to 1988. highest? Sorry, let's see. Who has the highest slugging average of all active players with at least 2,000 at bats? Don Mattingly, Pedro Guerrero, Mike Schmidt, or Jim Rice? I am gonna actually say it's Don Mattingly. Donnie Baseball. I'm going with Don. It is Don Mattingly. I just know baseball, kids. I'm not cheating. Trust the sports card doctor. Alright, let's do it. Alright. First up. Now this year, oh, look, they got their faces. 1988 Sportflics said, hey, you get a big face. And we got Cleveland pitcher John Farrell. We got former Rookie of the Year Ozzie Guillen. And we have Frank Viola. Alright. We have two great Minnesota Twins. Kind of holding court here. Puckett versus Viola. Let's see. Alright. So Farrell, Guillen, Viola versus Franco, Fernandez, and Puckett. We shall see how this goes here. Let's flip back to it here in our price guide. Sportflics. Of course, we got our handy dandy calculator. Alright. And let's mark this down here. 1987 Sportflics. Versus 1988 Sportflics. Sportflics down here. Now I think it's obviously I think the Kirby Puckett's gonna be worth the most, but it all comes down to me. I think Tony Fernandez versus Ozzie Guillen. I actually think that's where the difference, because I think Franco's gonna beat Farrell. But let's see. All right, so common players are 12 cents because these are pricey cards. 12 cents. Let's do it. I'm excited. 1987 Sportflics. We have John Franco card number 192 in the set. Oh, look at that. He is a common. John Franco, first up. Common. $0.12. Alright. Next up is Tony Fernandez. Number 1 on the uniform, but number 187 in the price guide, which that's a dangerous number. That's no one wants the 187. Okay. Number 187 there is Tony Fernandez. 20 cents. Okay. Intriguing. Alright. Here it is. There's the big one. This might be the match. This could all come down to his price here. 1987 Sportflic Kirby Puckett, coming off his breakout 31 homer season in 1986. He went from 0 homers to 4 to 31. That was the Kirby way. Let's do it. Number 7 in the set right here. Kirby Puckett. Big one. That's $1.25 right there. Kirby Puckett, $1.25. Alright. As always, we know the math, but let's just back it up. $1.57. Look, I'll tell you. 87 Sportflics lead, but let's see what's going on. This is why we play them. Alright, here it is. 1988 Sportflics is right there. And it's a 12-cent common. So here we go. First up is John Farrell, kind of an upcoming pitcher in this era. This technically might even be, well, I think it's a Sportflic rookie card, I'll tell you that much. Right. Number 132 in the set. And there he is. He's listed. He is listed, everybody. And he's listed at 20 cents. 20 cents. That is key. Sportflics 88 needed that. Alright. Next up is former Rookie of the Year and former manager and we'll just say character of the game, Ozzie Guillen. His Rookie of the Year season was, of course, 1985. And he's number 14 in the set. And look at that. Wow. Shocker. Right between Jesse Barfield and Brett Saberhagen is where Ozzie Guillen would be. He is a common. Well, this comes down to Frank Viola. And as much as I think Frank Viola is one of the great pitchers of this era, especially coming off his 1987 season, I don't think he beats Kirby Puckett, but let's see. Let's see. Number 196 off of a World Series winning season. 196 in 1988 Sportflics. He's listed at 25 cents. Yeah, I think I was at 25 cents. Well, I gotta tell you. Dollar difference. I think, though, this was not just a victory for Sportflics 1987. This was a victory for the memory and legacy of one of the great players of the game, Kirby Puckett. So, thanks for the memories, Kirby. We'll always cherish you around here. Sportflics 1987 with the big dollar win. That was fun. Maybe we'll do it again with some more Sportflics. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out, and do me a favor, don't forget to subscribe, tell your friends about us, and hang out with us again here on Sports Card ASMR.